Let us continue playing The Darkest Dungeon. When we last left off, I remembered I had a moon ring. Why is this especially important? Well, I guess it's not, but it has allowed me to upgrade all their skills to level 2 as well, so the party is now considerably stronger, as we're about to enter another short battle. I wouldn't mind taking them on a medium adventure in the next couple of runs or two. I'd probably have to set up and just get some more camping skills for them, or at least check what camping skills they have and see what improvements I can make. But for the moment, we're going up there for a bag of marbles and 3,000 gold. Plus whatever the antiquarian actually finds. So, 8, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 8. And embark. Probably could have afforded to play a little more... I don't know. Could have afforded to possibly take a little more food, maybe, in case things go wrong, but I think we'll be okay. I don't see this going particularly too bad. If you're weird, this is a stronger party than the one we did the short mission with last time. So, level 2 and level 3 should make this relatively easy.
There in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
As a downside, I just realised, they put us right in the middle. So, let's open up the crates. Empty. Let's go and search... Oh. Search the bones.
Packs laden with loot.
Okay, well we're not starting with a great amount of loot this time, it noticed. So torching in.
The promise of safety.
Okay, so this is the main encounter. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I didn't adjust your abilities before I started this. I'm gonna start and get rid of you. Dot. After that, we'll try and deal with these guys. Yeah, actually, dealing with you first is probably advisable.
Destroy.
And if we can stun the big damage dealer, we can. So, just the stress issue to worry about now. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's certainly manageable. As we actually do damage to you, you go that way round. And we go there as well. Plus bleed. Flashbang. There's just a big guy to worry about, really. So he's now actually dead. And while we did already stun him last round, I'm going to go for it again. Butcher cut for 6. Alright, now it's all about what we can do to you. 20 crit. That's what we can do to you. I also meant to rename them. I'll remember. One of these. In this video, I will be renaming this party. Right. So to start with, we have a trap. One of these, of course, will be Ronald Reborn, and I think we kind of agreed it was going to be the Bounty Hunter. But if not, we'll make do. Anyway, Bounty Hunter should have the best disarm chance here, and needs it for stress relief anyway. Torchlight is high enough, we can go into this. And we surprise these ones as well. It's nice when things work out like this occasionally. Right. Oh, God darn it. Well, failing that then, stun you and prevent any more issues, and actually bring you to the front, which is quite nice of him. Stab for 6. And a dazzle for 3. So the only one who's going to get a chance to do anything is the Bone Soldier. And he dodges. So, an absolutely free round for us. And what can we do here? I think wicked hacking you to near death is probably the best plan.
Their formation is broken.
Our Antiquarian kicking ass is the back. You're finished. And 2 against you for bumping the knight. Gonna use Judgment here. because I probably want to try and run the lights down a bit before we head back to the treasure room. I might snuff them out entirely when we make it our way back. Ooh, a valuable find, a rare artifact for 1,000. They probably stack as well, actually. 25 in a minor artifact. So yeah, we know there's not a lot to... There's no encounter in this room. I'm going to gamble on this one.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Okay, so we do have an encounter, and it is dark. We are surprised, but that's not too... That's not terrible. Certainly not if I can do that.
From our lands.
What damage to you? Let's not move the antiquarian to the front row. Let's just get our hit points back up. Munch! Okay, 1 on blight.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Also thinking, did I not change your abilities somewhat? I might be looking through, but I did buy everybody a set of 4 abilities here. 7 and hopeful bleed. Yep. Finish him. And there's half for extra loot.
This expedition at least promises.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I actually gave you the blight skill. Now it's doing 2 points of blight damage around. That's actually getting towards the useful territory. Yep, and yeah, there we go. Stun skill. I know that technically gives him 2 stun skills, but one's for the back, one's for the front. This is going to be a very stun-heavy bounty hunter, at least for the moment. Right. Moving on and entering, and hoping this is another room encounter. It isn't. That is good, because that now means we can go and get the maximum reward for the treasure. And I don't have to waste torchlight. Anti-venom now! You don't need it. This is just how adventurers handle things. It'll be fine. Actually, I suppose since we're going to lower the torches anyway. Yeah. Okay. I should also probably put people back in position. Right, 90% says disarm. All good. Alright, time to snuff out the torch.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery.
What is in the hidden compartment? Some interesting stuff. But nothing amazing. And again, there's curiosities coming up, so I'm actually happy to stay in pitch black, even though it's going to send the antiquarian into stress issues. Disarmed. Hunger strikes, thankfully we do have enough. And ooh, food cart.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Now we happen to know this room's fine, so I'm going to enter and hope we get another scout report. We didn't.
The match is struck. A blazing star.
Fine. So you're going to get so much more loot out of that. I've actually gained 4 of you, so let's trade the anti-venom out. Move on. Just going to ignore that entirely. Right. So here I have some options, but I think actually doing a cut to you is probably fine. That brings you within kill range for some of the others. And it's something we can work with. Right, Butch Gap. 6. So, I can now go for the move attack, or I can go for the kill.
Be gone, fiend.
We'll go for the kill to start with.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Slightly worried there, but we should be okay. Iron Swan at the back.
Decimated.
Judgment for 6. Not quite enough. But is now enough for the Antiquarian. Ball and chain at the back. Free and stun. Okay. Go for collect bounty. And go for the kill. Okay, so doing extremely well then.
And driven into the mud.
No need for either of those items. We shall, of course, continue adventuring. Let's see what we can get for this. Warren Scrounger, increased scouting chance in the Warrens. Which we'll certainly take at this point, and we even get a scout report right now. So let's see what these last 2 curiosities are. Oh, I don't have any holy water. We'll hope there's some holy water in the last one. If not, I suppose we'll ignore it. As a map. Okay, quest complete.
Some experiments should have never happened.
But
Are
they
doing
did.
just work ending them.
Okay, loot-wise, 10,000, which is not too bad for this sort of adventure. We gain no negative traits or positive traits, which I have to say is honestly a good thing. We'll need to put some people into stress relief, but that'll be cheap because they're low level. And yeah, I can certainly work with this.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
So, let me just put this party away for the moment, and let me just think about what I'm thinking about here. The Swine God is, as I've mentioned, the easiest one I can plan for. All I have to do is guard the one who's been guarding me. He's been marked. Remove the marks with our arbalists, and then just mark and do lots of damage to the Swine God. So, really, looking at the party then, we need to remove marks, obviously, which is the top priority, and why, as I say, Lost Navigator is probably on there for that. So he'd certainly be first pick at this point. Second pick would clearly be the Snoopus. Once he's pretty much maxed out, he has no real issues with the possible exception of Ruminator, but that's dependent on whether we have anybody who can do that skill anyway. I suppose in camp that would work as well. He also has all of the camping abilities to just buff our dodge and our attack skills. So those two are in. Beyond that, we have to think about this a little. We need to do a lot of damage, and as I've mentioned, we could do with somebody else who with mark abilities or mark or guard. I think that's the one thing against Snoopy being here. I actually would prefer him to have the guard ability if he's going to do this. So he'd sort of be there, take all the hit points, and be at the front, almost running the same way we would for the Prophet. Meanwhile, it's then a case of who else would it be beneficial to the party in this situation. The Glyph Keeper obviously has the Weakening Hex, which is something I was considering for this boss actually, because he does a lot of damage. If we had the Glyph Keeper on a Weakening Hex build there, and we had a Hand of Light second row Vestal, so Illumination, Hand of Light, Party Heal, and Mace Bash. Certainly be risky. I will concede this, it would be risky, but I think actually this wouldn't necessarily be a terrible plan. As you can see, though, this would require a massive rebuild of Little Debbie. And even if I went for Bird Jesus... Well, Bird Jesus doesn't have less to do, because he does have that skill. He might not get the Mace Bash involved. Who's got the worst... Who's got the better traits for this? Ruins, Unyielding... Natural Eye. You have Hard Noggin for stun resist. Damage in Ruins, max hit points. Extra damage of High Light. I'd say they're about even. A slight speed drop if that goes down. Bleed resistance lowered, which is probably okay. I think this is the party that could do it. However, we need every possible advantage if we're going to do this. So first things first, let's give you that. Then let's have a look and just see what else we need to do. Yes, the entire party has the armor and skills and whatever. So this is the only fit that's left. Obviously, you still could... Well, we're giving you the rallying stun, so that clears the marked target, which is what we need. You obviously need to learn the weakening ability here, Hand of Light. And that's done. We'd also prefer you to up the... Well, the thing is, even if we were going to do this way, don't have a lot of extra abilities that will do this. So maybe I should actually buy this ability as well. So this gives her 2, and obviously we'll then have the Judgment if she ever gets pushed to the back row, which is a possibility, and it'd be a nice sort of option to have. We can sell the bag of marbles. Did we get anything else, actually? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, we got this. I decided that was worthless as well. Alright, so that gives us 700. I might get rid of the coin, even though the coin does have its uses. So there we go. We've got 7,000 back in reserve. So attack, debuff, heal. Healing from the front. Both of those items are set up. I'm going to spend the points. Give you Mace Bash. So we have something that can just do damage, and we have the boss killer for weakening if it's going to be a long battle. That might actually not be a bad way to go. We got the attack vestal then. We have, if we go up to the Glyph Keeper, weakening curse up to 40, and stab up to maximum. Beyond that then, we need Guard Ally, and we run out of money. Yeah, I knew I was about to do this, but honestly, it's about the point where I want to consider these things. I might get rid of the Ancestral Bottle here. I have gotten rid of the Ancestral Bottle. Get rid of a debuff amulet and the Heavy Boots. I'll regret the Heavy Boots later, I know I will, but hey, there's a possibility to buy them back. Right. So, it looks like we are ready if we wanted to try this. We have an optimal party. We have a plan. And I think regardless, next time, we're taking on the Swine God. Until then.